Hello everyone, this is Asphalt 1918 and today we're going to be testing the Aston Martin DBS Zagato in multiplayer. But first, I'd like to talk about the two special events that just started recently. The Koenigsegg Jesko special event and the Volkswagen W12 Coupe Mayhem event. So the Jesko event. The unfortunate thing about this event is, well, you need to complete every single condition in the event to get the key. So if you don't have the key for this car already, unfortunately, you're not going to be getting it. I mean, like, you'll get a good amount of blueprints here, but unfortunately, you will not get the key. That is unless you have all these required cars. Aston Martin Victor, Vision 1789, Pininfarina Teorema. Yes, you need that giant box truck. And the Deus Vayan. Yes, the first few cars aren't too difficult. So you may get a couple blueprints, but no key for you unfortunately, so that's pretty sad. Now let's move on to the Volkswagen W12 Coupe Mayhem event. And there's a reason this is called the Mayhem event. Oh boy, you get quite a few blueprints. The first stage isn't amazing, but I'd expect most people to be able to get to stage 4 at least. And here you can get pretty nice blueprints, even if you don't own these cars yet. 15 blueprints, pretty good progress. So unlike the Jesko event, you can actually get some cars. Here, 30 blueprints for all these cars. Dang. Camaro LT, whatever, that's fine. Yeah, but you can get the support cars. A good amount of blueprints. And this stage, you know. Yeah, so, and in these stages, you can get quite a few blueprints. Even if you don't manage to complete the event, you'll get some good cars. And yes, you won't get the key for this either. But still, it's much better than the Jesko event. You can probably unlock and star up quite a few cars. So if you have the tickets, I definitely recommend do play this event. The Jesko event, you know, if you don't have too much time, skipping that, it's okay. But this one, ooh, you can get a lot of blueprints. So do not skip out on this. Anyway, with that, let's get into multiplayer and test out the car. So the Aston Martin DBS Zagato. I actually do not own this car, but it's free try in MP1, so I guess we get to try it out at 5 stars. So before getting into the races, let's look at the stats. So it has a top speed of 221.3 miles per hour, an acceleration of 77.39, a handling of 69.94, and a nitro for 70.84. Yeah, that acceleration isn't the best, but that handling, you will see that as we get into the races. Okay, first race on Paris, and I did see a W Motors Lycan Hypersport in this race, so that's a fast car. Okay, weird barrel roll right there to start things off. But this car's handling so good. And I think that's its one standout point. It just drives really nice. Like, from all the testing I've done so far, this car's handling is just amazing. Like, look at that. Barely lost any speed drifting there. But there's a Lycan. So can we hold him off? So far we're just about holding him off. Oh, he's catching up. But I think these corners should save us. Hold up, he's actually so close. And first place. You can definitely see that we pulled away quite a bit around the corners. And it was even an overclock Lycan Hypersport. We also beat some Dendrobiums and Aston Martin DBS Superleggera and the Asenza SCV12. Not bad for a 5-star car, especially. Yeah, but one thing you gotta remember, this is not max stats. I'm sure it drives even better at max. So you know, with some better cars in a burst of speed or something, it might be worth getting. Like this car on its own, I'm sure you can see it's not the best for Class A. But it drives nice, so if you can get this in a burst of speed package with some maybe S-Class cars as well, it would be a nice one to have for sure. Okay, so far we're first place. And unfortunately, I don't actually have access to change the color of this car. I think this is one of those cars where you can't change the color. I also do know that when Gameloft introduced style tokens, they made it so that you cannot access custom colors unless you pay with that currency, which is pretty annoying. But I didn't even see that option in this car, so... Wow, we beat an Icona Volcano, 2 overclock Huracan Evo Spiders. That car is overclockable this season, so I guess we're going to be seeing a lot of those. Actually, I do think this car is in the Gauntlet store, right? Do correct me if I'm wrong. But if I am right, if it is in the Gauntlet store, no, once you get the Devil 16 from Gauntlet, or if you're not in Division 5, buying the blueprint for this after you've gotten stuff like the McLaren F1 LM, because that is amazing. But once you've gotten all those cars that you wanted, getting this is probably a pretty good idea because it drives amazing. Come on, let me buy. Stop! That's unbreakable for you. Some people just push you for no reason. You know, I don't know if these players are doing it on purpose, but I have had some races where people just give up their race just to run people over. Don't push me. Let's see, can we pass the Vanda around this corner? Nah, not quite. Come on, Vanda. Okay, fine. He got me. But seriously, this car drifts so good. It's actually crazy. So we lost to a Vanda, which is kind of makes sense because that car's acceleration is amazing. We beat a Porsche 918 Spider Carrera GT, a Pininfarina Battista Edizione Nino Farina. That's a long name. And we beat a Dendrobium and 600 LT Spider and Volcano that quit the race. Ooh, San Diego. Not that good of a track for this car because it's highly top speed oriented, but I think we're the fastest car in this race. Okay, apart from that Ferrari Enzo, so this might play out in our favor. Did I almost say flavor? I mean, I guess the flavor of this car is pretty nice with that handling. Okay. Did that make any sense? I don't know. Okay, teleportation. No, oh, I thought I was gonna wreck there. But seriously, this track isn't the best for this car. It's so top speed oriented. Okay, taking the faster route here. Like, this car is fun to drive, but it isn't very fast, so on this track, it's kind of not the best. And I'm pretty sure this is probably the most top speed oriented variant of San Diego, so... Like, just being 8 miles an hour faster than the Huracan is not enough for me to catch up. Especially considering that Enzo Ferrari is using whatever that's called. How do I not know that? Anyway, the Huracan Evo Spider is overclocked, and the Enzo Ferrari is using Evo tuning. So of course, it was probably a ton faster. Okay, this is going to be the last race of the video on New York. Against an overclocked W Motors Lycan Hypersport. How did I forget that car's name for a second? I'm really surprised I forgot that name, especially considering I use that car a lot in multiplayer. So let's try the floaty drift here. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm still not sure if floaty drift even helped this car because it drifts pretty well normally anyway. Come on, let me pass you. Second place, Nobody 86. Interesting name. Don't. But genuinely, this car is the best. I've never seen a car this fun to drive. Especially at 5 stars. So you know, once you get all the cars you want, this car is definitely worth keeping. I mean, you should get it after, you know, after all the king cars. If you just want something that's a blast to drive, this is definitely one for you. And yes, that Lycan Hypersport is really good for multiplayer, especially with overclock, so that's also something you should try out. But anyway, very fun car. But thank you so much for watching. Do like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more content like this. Goodbye.